Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So today we got a hell of a show for you guys here today. So let's talk about LeBron James. I have made my feelings crystal clear that I think it is time for LeBron to move on to another franchise. I have made my feelings crystal clear. I'm a Kobe fan, which makes me a Laker fan by default. Supported the Lakers for over 15 years. And I was supporting them. And then the minute they got LeBron James, I'm like, I'm out. And I wasn't the only one. A lot of Laker fans basically revolted against the Lakers when they got LeBron. It got so bad that Kobe essentially had to put out a public statement to the fan base and be like, yo, he good. Let's give him a pass. And that's what happened. LeBron first got to LA thinking that I'm LeBron, and the fan base was looking at him like, and so what? And we just, the dude that just retired got us 5 championships. We already used to stars and the bright lights. We've had Kobe, we had Shaq, we had Kareem, we had Magic, we had Wilt. Like, yo, bro, you LeBron, and what can I do for you? All right? And that seemed to be a shock to LeBron's system. Definitely a shock to his fan base. Like, wait, they don't want to twerk for us? I'm lost. Everywhere we go, they twerk. And then LeBron fans were saying, oh, you know, what were the Lakers before LeBron got there? The Lakers were the most popular franchise in the NBA. The biggest draw in the NBA. They had 16 championship trophies. That's who they were. Now, they've had a dry spell, as all organizations do, but that doesn't change the status of the Lakers. So who they are, the question is, who have they been since he got there? That's the larger question, right? But I said it's time for LeBron to move on. Like, some of us Laker fans that are in recess, like, it's enough. Go somewhere else. And some of his supporters have already been coming up with new locations and new teams for him to go destroy. Some people are saying, let him go to Dallas. Let him go destroy the Dallas Mavericks. Let him go to Cleveland. Let him go screw that up too, right? Let him go ride the coattails of Donovan Mitchell to another championship, right? And his crazy ass supporters will then stand up at the end of it and say, hey man, look, he to go. Meanwhile, they carrying him on his back like a hitchhiker. Not even on his back. LeBron is like the freaking the kangaroo baby that they got in the pouch. That's how they're gonna be carrying him if he goes to Cleveland. But nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, that's what they want to do. And it seems like I'm not the only one that feels this way, that the Lakers need to move on from LeBron James. NBA legend, Boston Celtic great, Paul Pierce believes that it's time for the Lakers to finally move on from LeBron James and focus on Luka Doncic. For those of you who didn't hear what Paul had to say, I want to play for you now, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Paul Pierce here.
You can't trade LeBron.
You cannot?
You're not going to get LeBron has an option for a $52 million contract
56.
this year. I think it's 52, but
this is what needs to happen.
In any case, it's
if
50
the Lakers
plus.
want to get back in championship contender moving forward, you have to get out of the constraints of the LeBron era. You have to they have to find a way to just like, all right, he's had a grasp of this Laker. He just had a grasp of the whole organization, bear hugging him for so long now. He's done some wonderful things for the Lakers organization.
No question. We won a
100%.
championship. Yeah.
They're probably going to build a statue of LeBron in front of the crypto or the Staples, whatever y'all call it, the Forum. You know.
Joe ain't going to look at me.
But I'm just saying, they have to say, Von, we appreciate your services. I think we should move on.
Tough conversation.
Yep. It's time for the Luka era now, because I don't know if you can play them together moving forward, because you have to have a certain type of team around Luka to win. And with him with LeBron, you won't be able to create that, because they're still going to kind of be like just...
So LeBron retires?
I don't know if it's retire, but...
Rick, LeBron, you don't think we can move him?
You can't. No. First of all, I don't think he wants to go play someplace else. I don't think he wants to move.
Okay.
And for $52 million, like making... Look, here's the reality, and this is to Paul's point. He's not a $52 million player anymore. Maybe from a box office standpoint, but not as far as on the floor. And you've got, like, Luka, Rui, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent. They're all extension eligible. Like, you have a ton of guys on this team. Jackson Hayes, Alex Len, you're out the door, right? You've got to find your Daniel Gafford and your Derek Lively for Luka, right? You've got to find your PJ Washington, which may be Rui Hachimura as a close comparison. You need to find your Kyrie Irving. You need to find your second scorer. And the problem is, and this is why, Paul is saying you got to move on from LeBron, is essentially it's not faulting LeBron for where they are.
No.
It's that his shadow is so big
Over the organization.
that there's no way that you can still have him there and think that he's going to play like a role or you can move him to the side. He just takes up all the oxygen in the room.
Even if we found that second guy, he couldn't be pushed down to the third. So he's just a progress stopper at this point.
His presence has been so large for so long.
I understand.
I think it's a challenge to turn this over and say, and here's the thing, by moving LeBron, you now put the pressure on Luka to be everything that you need him to be. He's now, look, Luka, you're the guy now, which means we need you to be in shape. We need you to be a two-way player. We need you to, we're
He
making
is what he is
you.
as far as the two-way thing go.
This is the ideal scenario.
I don't give up on anybody.
Find a way for LeBron to opt out. Wherever Bron go, you got to take Bronny. They find a way to get to Cleveland for his farewell tour in Cleveland. I think that'll be a storybook right there.
He's going to have to opt out of his
Yeah,
contract.
that's what I'm saying. Opt
Why would he
out.
take his
Cleveland
son?
can
What you
sign him
mean?
this off summer, bring in Bronny with him. He announced this is my last year. Cleveland's going to be really good still next year.
Yeah, but his
know if
son
Cleveland wants to do
want to
that.
blaze his own trail. He don't need to be running around with his daddy. He's trying to get his
This is the
own
last
money.
year.
Wait a
One
minute,
more
what?
year.
Bronny's not blazing his own trail.
He's trying to, as I'm saying.
Bronny's not blazing
I'm
his
just
own
saying, he
trail.
want to do his own thing. He don't want to keep bouncing around with his father.
It's going to get really interesting, though.
So you heard what Paul Pierce had to say. I want to refer to some comments that LeBron made yesterday. And he made these comments, I'm just going to quickly paraphrase, when he was talking about the, potentially recruiting Luka. And he said, I'm 40 years old. Luka Doncic is 26. So he can't be basing his future off of me. He needs to essentially do what's right for him. And as LeBron said that, I said to myself, Rob Pelinka, are you hearing what he just said? He's saying Luka shouldn't base his future off of a 40-year-old player. So the question is then, why would the Lakers do that? Why would the Lakers go in on building a team that's conducive for a 40-year-old player? Like, okay, let's be for real here. Let us be for real. If the Lakers built this team that a lot of some fans are out there fantasizing about, let's be for real. They're going to come back next year and beat who? Who they going to beat? Who they going to be better than? Are they going to be better than the Nuggets? No. Because look at the dog fight that the Clippers in right now. You think the Lakers would have been in a dog fight, but they would have wiped the floor with them. This Nuggets team would have wiped the floor with the Lakers. They would have wiped the floor with them. Right? You think they're going to be better than the Nuggets? You think they're going to be better than the Timberwolves? Who's just going to get better because now they have more experience? You think they're going to be better than the Oklahoma City Thunder? Hell, you may even throw in the Clippers. You think they're going to be better than the Clippers? Like, let's be for real here. Let's be for real. So they're not going to be better. And then I'm looking at them. I'm like, y'all expecting some, all we need is a 7-foot man. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. Last year you had AD who was damn near 7 feet. You still lost. You still lost. It don't matter. The point is they need to move on. He's too old. Move on from him. He's done enough damage to the Lakers brand. Let me tell y'all something. The supposed Laker fans, look, there's a LeBron fans don't like the Lakers. As a matter of fact, they can't stand the Lakers. And let me tell you one of the reasons why they can't stand this fan base right now. They can't stand this fan base because, number one, they're giving Luka Doncic more love than LeBron. And they feel like Luka doesn't deserve the love from the fan base, or at least as much or even more love from the fan base as LeBron James. So that's one reason they hate the fan base, because they don't recognize LeBron's greatness. Another reason they don't like the fan base is because they like Austin Reeves. Right? They like Austin Reeves. And the third reason they don't like the fan base is because they feel like they don't really need LeBron. And that's something else that really bothers his fan base. Because it's like, how dare you take a position that you guys don't need LeBron James? They don't like Laker. Trust me, they don't like him. They don't like the Laker fan base. They don't. They're there in spite of, they just there because LeBron is there. And the minute LeBron walks out the door, they're going to spit all over that franchise. After they've come there, absolutely destroyed the fabric of the Lakers, which is what they would have done, they would then pack their bags and go to the next franchise and destroy it as well. This is how these guys operate. Right? So they don't like the fan base. They can't stand the fan base. They can't stand them. They can't stand them. And they wish that they would just move on. They wish that they would just move on. I'm trying to find there was a stat, or rather there was a graphic that showed what do you call it? LeBron's essentially record or his tenure as a Laker. And I can't find it right now, but it was essentially talking about like just the abject failure it has been since he's been there. Just been an abject failure. Yes, they won the Bubblicious championship that nobody cares about. You think the fan base was fond of LeBron bringing the Lakers drafting Bronny James? You think they were fond of that, honestly? This is how low the Lakers have fallen. That now they take consolation in the fact that LeBron drafted his son. That's what it's about. You guys went from winning championships to this. This is what it's about. This is what it's become. I'm just like, yo, look, if LeBron wants to leave, let him leave. Let him take Bronny with him. Go to whatever franchise. You heard Paul Pierce say, just go to any other franchise and go do his thing there. Like, enough is enough, man. Please, if you're not going to leave, let this just be the last season with the team. Just go somewhere else. I'm not saying he should retire. LeBron should retire whenever the hell he wants to retire. But just go to another team, please. It's enough. It's enough. You've done enough damage there. You've done enough damage. Just go somewhere else. I beg you. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show and I'm out. Peace.